Hello YouTube, this is Rhino Dan, and I went out and got a chance to test ride and ride the R6. What an awesome bike this is. From the beginning of the end of the ride, I just really love this motorcycle. And you know what I mean, when you ride motorcycles, you get that gut feeling. I hate it, it's okay, it's alright. Sometimes they grow on you, but your gut instinct can tell you right off the bat, is this a good motorcycle or is this a crappy motorcycle? This is an awesome motorcycle. The riding position's a little cramped. I wish the seat height was a little bit taller, like 33 or 34 inches, but that would alienate its customer base. It's meant for little people, you 5'9", 5'4", 5'6" guys, 5'7" guys. It's really meant for you shorter riders, not for a guy like me that's 6'3". So I was a little cramped on the seating position, but it happens on most sport bikes except for the R1 I was not cramped on, and I'm going to make a review on the R1 later. This bike's had left a really good impression with me. It's just almost like beyond words in some areas, because there's so much electronics, like the ABS, traction control, modes, all this other stuff that I thought would maybe take away from the riding experience, but it didn't. And I think it would be a really good experience for some people. Like, I made a video why I think it's a good beginner bike or starter bike. So here we go. I just got up to high res.
Oh yeah!
I just had a little bit of fun on the bike. I couldn't go out there and show you how fast I was going, so I had to bring it down like I am right here. This cluster panel is very good. I like the instrument panel a lot. Shows you what gear you're in, what mode you're in, traction control. And I like the fact that there's a little R6 for the 6,000 revs for the RPM. Fantastic. And I like the way it's laid out. The bike's a little quiet from factory, so I know we're going to put some aftermarket pipes on it. I would if I owned it, because I really want to hear that inline 4 scream. And I think that the factory pipes are a little bit too quiet for most people. You don't really get to hear the bike roar as it should. It is definitely a lion under that engine's definitely like a lion's roar. It would be awesome to hear it scream and come alive. The brake lever itself is adjustable. I know it is, so that's neither here nor there, but I really like the way that the brakes worked. I didn't use the rear brake. I'm not a rear braker, sorry. I couldn't comment on the rear brake, but the front brakes worked fantastic. The bike had a good natural balance for me. I didn't feel like the bike was heavy. I didn't feel like the bike was unwieldy. This transmission was a very nice transmission. It shifted smooth. It felt smooth when I shifted, when it went in gear. I was just very impressed and happy to be shifting. It was fun to shift. I mean, some bikes, when you put it in gear, it just going and it slams and it punches and it bounces and it's just like kaboom, right? Not this bike. It was very nice, very awesome. And I've shifted a lot of different motorcycles, from Harleys to whatever, and this bike, the transmission was very lovely. Closing thoughts. So much technology in this bike. I know it's a little expensive, but you're getting traction control, ABS, modes. You can go out and tailor your riding experience to where you're at. If you're on the track, you need more power, you can get it. If you don't want to ride so fast, you need less power. So if you're letting it rain, you can dial it down a little bit. There's so much you can do with this bike on technology wise, which is fantastic. The engine revs freely, awesome. You can low end, you can drive it around slow, you can drive it around fast. This engine's fantastic. No complaints with the engine. Beautiful. Other than add some pipes to really bring out the sound of it, to make it roar, but other than that, the engine's fantastic. Suspension. The suspension was great. Held my weight beautifully. It did good. It's very firm in places. I had absolute trust in it. I knew that the bike was gonna do well with me on it. And that says a lot, because I'm a bigger rider. For you little guys, you probably don't have that even on the R3, but for me, I definitely can tell you that the suspension was amazing and I wouldn't touch it at all. Ride position. For you little guys, it's going to be fantastic. For me, I'd have to go out and raise the seat up a little bit. That's okay. Brakes. The brakes were great. Didn't use the rear brake, never used that crap. I don't use rear brakes unless it's an exactly dire straight, I'm gonna die emergency. But for the most part, my front brakes are only used, and the front brakes in this bike was awesome. Good job, Yamaha. Good feel, good pressure, awesome brakes, no complaints. Cluster panel. The cluster panel was great, just enough information not to overwhelm you, not to overwhelm the rider. I liked it, plus I like the R6 logo at 6,000 RPMs. I thought that was a nice touch. Mirrors, good, didn't need to mess with them. They worked out better than most sport bikes. It was pretty impressive. I think that's everything. Alright guys, my name is Rhino Dan. Please like and subscribe and leave comments and I'll get back to you. Thank you.